Hello, my staratlas people. It's me, the MetaVerse Explorer. I've got some stuff I want to chat to you about today, and it's about the economic changes that we're going to be having in staratlas. Now, in about, a day from now, the new starbase, actually in 2 days from now, I'm in Australia, remember, the new starbase is going to be launching, and it's going to have a little bit of a change to what we're used to in staratlas so far. So some people are worried, the uncapped SDU limit, is very, iffy. But, at the same time, remember, it's all math, right? The team know what they're doing, and they're going to be tweaking the system as it goes. So if there's too much of one thing, they're going to remove it or like reduce it or have a demand for it somewhere else. So don't worry, the team are on it. Siggy, of course, I love these videos you make, so I always like to make this as a small introduction. So thank you very much. Now, guys, I want to make a small video for you. So what am I going to be concentrating on today? The surge test. I hope you guys were able to go into the surge test. Pepe, let me know if you made it into the surge test, because I didn't. It was 4:30 or like 4 a.m. my time. And I know they had a whole bunch of bugs already, but people went in, have a whole bunch of fun. So I'm so happy for that. I wish we could have another kind of community test with a better time zone for myself. But as Michael Wagner told me on Twitter, is that maybe I should try turning upside down and then I should be fine. You're funny, man. Funny. Now, yes, people went in. It was a whole bunch of fun. I've seen so many videos of it. People taking pictures. This is in the picture and the photography Discord. But have a look at this. This is like some oysters playing around, and even some people taking photos even at this time. So that's pretty cool. I like this sort of stuff. I don't think if this was during Surge, but if you did it during Surge, that's even more impressive, right? But there weren't any ships in Surge as far as I remember. Now let's even take a look at Beyond the Horizon. Trying his best, trying to get people, but I think he gets killed more often than he does kill people. So I know it's very hard, man. Like when you don't play FPSs so much, and when you don't get used to your mouse movements, it's very hard, man. Like same as me, I haven't played FPSs in a very, very long time. As you can see, it was a little bit janky, but it's glitchy, but it's okay, right? It's really, really good for where we are at the moment. This is just the first iteration. They've got a whole bunch of bugs that they're currently... Let's finish this. Finish this. Oh, you see, you can't even see him.
Look at this guy, he's a hopper.
Yeah, you can't even get them. So there's a whole bunch of stuff the team is currently working on to make it a better experience, okay? And everything is going to take time, guys. So let's take a look at some of these. A player's vertical pitch direction is not replicated, so bullets may come out at extreme angles. When rejoining a match, sometimes you won't show up on the leaderboard. Server population is artificially 3 higher due to it counting server task agents connections. Of course, it shouldn't be doing that. Loading hitching can happen when approaching the showroom building. Visibly shaking glitchiness on players at a distance. That's what we just saw here. You can see there's a whole bunch of stuff that the team is currently working on. So I say, give it some time, okay? Give it some time. Now, let's move on to some of the more economic things I wanted to chat to you about. There's 2 big things. First off, the economic report by the team, which is a lot smaller than previous times, as well as a new document by Funcracker and the team at AFIA that I really, really want you to read, okay? I've skimmed it briefly. I'm going to go through it very quickly now. I want you to go ahead, take some tea, take some biscuits and some tea, and then go through it. So, of course, the new economic paradigm by Funcracker. This is a huge read, guys. Look at how long it is, okay? It's very, very long. So to actually read and sit down and do all this, it's a lot, okay? Funcracker, maybe make it a bit shorter if you can. I really appreciate it, but a bit shorter, please. Please, please, please. All right, now, what's he going to be talking about, right? So he kind of talks about the economic changes that are coming, Starbase, the changes in the items, for example, SDUs, our faction fleet, the deprecation of it, and where things might be going ahead of that. So let's quickly zoom through and let's pick up the little talking points. Perhaps it's a text thing, but let's pick up the talking points of what we think is important. So, of course, with third-party tools for rental and lending being worked on, options to profit passively within the staratlas ecosystem will likely make a comeback sooner rather than later. But in this case, those earnings will be generated by players putting in the work through gameplay instead. So, what's currently happening in the ecosystem? Staratlas is moving from a passive gameplay model to an active gameplay model, okay? For example, you're using Sly right now. That's the active, right? Even though it's passive for you because you have a bot running it, it is passive, right? So, and we're moving from more passive to more active. So at the moment, people can't really do much with their ships unless they do it themselves, right? So he posits here that lending is going to be on the horizon because with Sly, you can already do the account delegation stuff. So it will be coming sooner rather than later, and it's going to be third party. The team already confirmed that they're not going to work on this themselves. We've already confirmed there's enough people, there's a lot of people in Solana and staratlas to produce this sort of product. So yeah, very, very good. Let's take a look. The team announcement, economic overhaul won't be a big bang event. Instead, it'll be 2-week grace period. Yes, we know that. The things you should need to know of is that Faction Fleet will see a 50% reduction in Atlas emissions, which is crazy. This is from the original time. Oh, no, is that right? 33% from where it started out? No, it should. I thought it was the other way. I saw it's another 33, and then it's totally 50% off. Either way, guys, there is another reduction coming in Faction Fleet. At the end of this, if you stick by, we'll see some of the rewards in the ships in Faction Fleet now to see if you need to get your ships out, okay? Some of them will start getting negative, okay? Of course, we're going to be sunsetting Faction Fleet, not quite now, but later on, okay? Faction Fleet will continue to will be available on chain, but because of the blockchain, they're going to say no more Atlas. So you can still go and put your ships there, but you won't get anything from it. So what's the point? Okay. So Faction Fleet will cease to reward Atlas from April 16th onwards. So you don't have time to get your ships out of Faction Fleet. Okay. Now, as a small tidbit, if you are using the Jeeves tool from Club, I have already asked to have my Atlas returned to me. Okay, because I'm starting to get out now. So if you are having your ships automatically supplied by G's bot, maybe you should look at either reducing that, get ahead of the herd, okay? Or at least planning it so you know that when you're going to get out, you're going to get out, okay? You don't want to wait till the last minute, like April 16th, okay? And then you're like, oh, you're like part of the other 100, 400 people that need to get out as well. Of course, you can leave some in there. You can do a little bit now, whatever. It's up to you, okay? Now, let's keep going here. Ship migrations. This is the big thing. This means there's a whole lot of ships that will have to find a new purpose. These are ships that are going to be leaving Faction Fleet, okay? Leaving Faction Fleet. Where are they going to go? Of course, in Starbased, right? That's the whole idea. So you got to be able to do something in Starbased with your ships. And guys, there is still a whole bunch of ships still in Faction Fleet. You can look at the Athia dashboard on Flipside, and it's true. There's so much. I think I saw the EOPS. There's about 6,000 EOPS just by itself. Just EOPS by itself, still in Faction Fleet. Crazy, crazy. Now let's keep going here. Now this, of course. So for example, in here he talks about how the returns for Atlas is constant for ships in score, but of course in Sage or Starbase is going to be a bit variable. It talks also about the different factions and how much Atlas is going to be distributed to them. Controlling faction fleet emissions. The team has full control over the ceiling. Let's go. Keep going. I'm just picking up little small things here. Of course, the council RFR is going to be going away entirely. So if you have any SDUs left, I think there's not much in the circulating supply. Either look to not SDU, sorry, council RFRs. If you have them, might as well take them in now. I don't know a reason why you might be keeping them, because they're going to be obsolete after this. Just like golden tickets, you know, they're not coming back. You know, it'll be something else probably, right? Let's keep going. Loyalty points, we all know this is going to be coming. So, you know, the whole idea is that you're going to help your faction earn loyalty points and then trade those loyalty points in for Atlas. Now, everyone's going to try and do that at the same time. You might want to time a little bit, not in the first time, maybe a day after or 2 days after, etc. But of course, it'll smooth out as time goes on. Now, if you don't understand anything I'm saying here, I apologize here, because this is huge changes based on building blocks that we've had for like the last 2 years. So if I say some stuff you're not quite sure on, just let me know in the comments. I'm happy to help you guys out here. Now, he does look at the first kind of document we had and what we have now, and he looks at some deviations. So first off, the Atlas emissions will hit the ceiling. So remember, in score, they had a set a specific amount of Atlas in score for all of the ships to be able to get Atlas. We didn't hit that ceiling, okay? But what he's saying now is that the ceiling is going to be hit in star based. So all of the ships, if trading in LP, they're all going to be hitting the ceiling. So every single day. So to me, that means there's going to be a lot more Atlas being emitted than score. So that's one thing. That's only if people trade in their LP though, okay? So that's the first deviation. Let's go to the second deviation he had here. The second deviation, Atlas emissions are not only constant for the whole starbase, they are in fact constant for each of the 3 different factions. I think we knew that already. It's same amount for 3 factions. That's easy. Now, there's a lot more stuff here, okay? I won't waste all of your time. I really want you to go and finish reading this because there is a lot of good information. Funcracker put a lot of time into this. Let's go ahead and go to the economic report from the team themselves. Now, usually the economic reports are actually a lot larger. This one is a lot smaller. I don't know why. I think because the economic team aren't with the team anymore. I think they left or they had to be let go. I'm not sure on the personnel issue at the moment on there. But either way, I'm still happy to have this. So let's take a quick look at the highlights of the Q1 2024 Star Atlas State of Economy. Many factors influence the Star Atlas economy throughout the quarter. Continued interest in the broader cryptocurrency market further strengthens the Atlas USD pairing, beginning the transition from passive to active Atlas emissions brought forth by incentives for players, contributing to growth across major Star Atlas economic indicators. Council RFR redemptions has catalyzed shifts in gameplay preferences among factions. Transitions from score to stage is evident, with factions increasing allocating production towards RFRs, demonstrating an increased willingness to adapt to more involved gameplay loops. Now, let's read the highlights. Highlights is probably better. Council RFRs accounted for 50% of Atlas emissions throughout the quarter on average. Wow, that's actually pretty good. I didn't know that. The remaining score participants reinvest Atlas earnings into resources, ships, and structures. Mostly ships for myself. I don't buy resources because you guys mine them very easily. I want to buy ships. The aggregate census wealth increased by 53% and residents and citizens saw the largest jump in wealth share. Very interesting. I think that's from the broader Solana ecosystem rather than just our Atlas. Daily Star Atlas GDP averaged approximately 88k throughout the quarter, projecting 32 million annual GDP. Wow, that is a huge amount. 32 million annual GDP. That's bigger than some nations, I would think. Like some small nations anyway. Sage crafting output increased by over 200% due to large increase in Sage labor force, likely driven by the production of council RFRs, and wealth across the top 5 DAX accounted for approximately 7.3% of aggregate Star Atlas economic wealth. Ooh, top 5 DAX, 7.3% of Star Atlas economic wealth. That's lower than I thought. Isn't that lower than you would think? Yeah. Anyway, so that's there's a bunch of stuff. Let's go and read the conclusion. I just like to skim a little bit, you know. Time's precious. Like, you come here to watch this. I'm not going to read the whole thing to you. Let's go. Conclusion. This quarter marked a significant evolution in the Star Atlas economy with a clear shift away from passive Atlas to Sage gameplay. Consensus data revealed significant progress among residents and citizens, reflecting advancements in wealth and participation. The introduction of the Star Atlas GDP provided valuable insights into the economy. Observations of Sage production behavior and DAX-specific activities further underscore the dynamic nature of Star Atlas ecosystem, specifically in the face of new upcoming features, overarching trends such as council RFR redemption, creating a compounding effect in economic participation unique to the Star Atlas ecosystem, promoting engagement, economic sustainability, and equity opportunity for all participants. Sage will continue to be the standard for sustainable digital economies, and with future updates on the horizon, the standard will only continue to rise. Awesome. I'm happy with that. I'm not really a big fan of these economic reports because they talk about a whole bunch of stuff. I really want to play a game. Okay, it's got to be fun for me, but this is still a product line I think they should still be delivering, right? Now, talking about delivering and Star Atlas, I did see something that I thought was pretty cool was Anatoly, which is a leader of Solana, right? The face of Solana, much like Vitalik is the face of Ethereum, or like Michael Saylor, face of Bitcoin, whatever, right? He gave us a little tweet, like a little mind-blown tweet, which is pretty cool. Now, I saw the video, nothing crazy about the video, so I don't know why he gave us a mind-blown tweet. It's just about the movement and about the jets coming out. Okay. Why is that making it? Like, can you not see we're doing a whole lot of other stuff at staratlas? Maybe this is just what he saw really quickly, right? So it's okay. Anyway, it's pretty cool either way. I've also, by the way, I've downloaded the newest patch to the game, so I maybe look through some content for character creation, for example, or ships or whatever. So just getting ready for the new UE5, you know? Now, Michael Wagner, of course, is the leader, of course, is the face as well of staratlas. And he said something, and I was like, he's going to premiere something sweet on the Paul Barron network next week. So I wonder, is it a new release, guys? Is it something new that we don't know yet? Interesting. Michael, you're showing something to Paul Barron instead of the community first? What's happening, Michael? Come on, man. We're in the foundation room chat, man. Come on. Now, I have seen an uptick of content creators, guys, in and around staratlas. Like, this is one such guy. I also saw a nice, pretty girl from before. I didn't save her at all because that would be weird. I did save the guy, though, so don't tell me if that's weird.
I am also giving away 9 codes so you can play with me, and also there's a playtest that's coming out very soon. Welcome, beautiful people around the world. I hope you're having a fantastic day. My name is Yuki, and I hope you're loving...
Yeah, so it's very interesting. Like, these content creators come and go, you know. But like, some of us have been there for a long time since the beginning. Some of these content creators are still going to come and go, and that's okay. I think, like, you know, from the OGs and staratlas content community, it's going to be like Beyond the Horizon, Atlas Theory. Even Dominic is starting to create some content himself. So it's good. It's a net positive for staratlas. Yeah, like. Do I feel threatened? Not really, because I know how the content game is, okay, for these guys. They come in, do a video for the hottest thing, you know, then they go away. Then they do the video for the hottest thing in the other corner of the cryptoverse in another game. And hey, guys, check this out. Hey, man, it's okay. I like to do these videos because I enjoy chatting to you guys, and I enjoy just covering staratlas. Like, I used to do content on other stuff in Solana, like protocols and interviews and stuff, but I think I just rather stick with Solana. And of course, life gets a bit busy, and I want to make my channel staratlas based. But yeah, you know, I just wanted to say, you know, other content creators are coming in. So if you don't like the way I do things, you know, you might find another content creator that does things really well. In my description on my videos, there is a link of all the content creators that I approve of. Okay, so you go have a look at them. Now, let's have a look at some recent updates. Atlas prices have been rebased on the marketplace, guys. So primarily, Atlas prices on the marketplace have been rebased at the Atlas exchange rate of 0.0093. Now, don't quote me on this, but I think the team stuffed up on this a little bit, and they repriced some things too cheap, if I have that right. And I think some people were able to buy some items that were a lot cheaper than they were supposed to be. Not a lot cheaper, it's like 25% cheaper or something, nothing crazy, but I think the team messed up a little bit with this. It's always hard, you can't get it right all the time, okay? So don't worry. Now, that led me to go to the marketplace. I always use the Thimble Airbike as like the baseline, as the foundation. I mean, like, how expensive is the smallest unit that people could get in before? And I remember, I was making videos for you guys when a Thimble Airbike was like $1.50, okay? $1.50. I should have stocked up on a whole bunch of them. Of course, at that time, it was very risky. You didn't know if staratlas was still going to survive, yeah? You just did not know. But now, look at this. People are willing to buy 20 airbikes or even 10 airbikes for $8 and $10. That is a near 10x, guys. My God, that is a near, like, that's an 8 or a 9x. My God, it's still really, really good price. Really, really good price appreciation. So if you manage to buy any of those air bikes at $1.50, my God, you know, that's better than some crypto returns you'll get out there. Okay, of course it's not as liquid as you'd want it to be, but remember, we're having a whole shift in the marketplace and the economics now, so expect some volatility to come. Okay, I'm not saying these ship prices are going to go crazy. Some of them will change because they're all getting swapped for modules and components. Your Thimble Airbike is going to be broken up into multiple different things, into the component, the module, the crew itself. It's a racer crew, for example, and you get this and you get that, you get the hull, you get all this other extra stuff. So the pricing and the volatility in the market is going to change. So just be wary. Now, speaking of volatility, pricing, and change, I want to bring to the last thing I want to chat to you about is the ship market, is the ship data in Score. Okay. So remember, score is being deprecated later, but for now, the Atlas emissions are reducing, which means you're going to be earning less in score, okay? So what does that mean? I used to cover this before. I used to cover this a while ago. These are all the ships in score and the return of the profit margin, or at least a return of you being in score. Now remember, this is a function of what you get, Atlas, which is being reduced, as well as the upkeep cost of this, which of course involves the R4 that you have to continuously supply to this. Unless you have Jeeves doing it for you. You probably have Jeeves doing it for you, okay? Now, prices go up. Resource prices go up. We're going to see a giant change in the economic system where R4 resources may be more difficult to manage, or they're all going to go to the to the upgrading of the star things, of the star whatever, and that's going to be getting them Atlas. So people might say, well, no, I'm not going to put my stuff in score or even use my food or fuel or whatever. I'm going to put it into this kind of area in the game. So all I'm saying is, guys, what the hell am I saying? Please keep an eye on your ships in score, okay? Some of them will dip into the negative territory. The Thimble Lobby is always the one I keep in mind. And as I thought, I am correct. This blue line is the Thimble Lobby. You see that? This is the profit of margin. It's at 18% right now. So the team is actually, this is before it's been cut. So the team is going to cut it very soon. So I want to make sure all of your ships in score, if you do have them, if you're not using Sly, if you're using Jeeves in Earth and score, please make sure you are literally not losing money by having your ships still in score. Okay? So let's take a look at some of them. The lowest ones to worry about so far is the Thimble Airbike at 51%. Okay, Thimble Lobby, which is the worst one to worry about at 18%, very, very low. Okay, that's the extra small and extra small. Let's go to small ships. Oh, they're all about the 60 to 50%, so that's not bad. And then let's go to the medium ships. The lowest one is the Thimble Mamba. The Thimble Mamba as well is not that great at 46%. So I need to see what these ships actually turn to, the profit, when the reduction has come through, and hopefully Victor or Satrugo or Prometheus or someone can help update this so that we know that you're not losing money. If you're losing money, I'm going to tell you, okay? I'm going to make a video and say, hey, this ship that you have in score right now, you're losing money on it, take it out. There's no point losing money on it. They're not going to give you any airdrops or anything. No, all right? Don't speculate. It doesn't make sense now. And with that said, I'm going to leave you guys. I didn't have any music in the background, so I'm going to enable it now because I stuffed up. But yeah, sometimes people aren't perfect. And I'm going to leave you there. Thank you very much, as always, guys, for watching my videos. Really appreciate you. Thanks for listening to me for the last 22 minutes, my God. And bye for now.